In this video, we are going to consider examples of how to multiply decimal fractions by powers of 10. Now here we have some examples. Evaluate 5.432 times 100 and so on. Now in our last video, we discovered a pattern, if you like call it a formula, that makes multiplying decimal fractions by powers of 10 very simple and straightforward. Now how? Simply count the number of zeros in the multiplier, which is the same as the power to which 10 is raised, and then you shift the decimal point, that number of spaces to the right. Now, so in the first instance, we have 5.432 times 100. 100 is something as 10 raised to power 2. 100 has 2 zeros. 10 raised to power 2, the power is 2. So here what we're going to do is we'll shift the decimal point 2 spaces to the right. So that is from here, we move it 1, 2, and place it between 3 and 4. So here our answer is going to be 543.2. Okay, now it's as simple and straightforward as that. Now what about this place? Here we're multiplying by 1000. 1000 is something as 10 raised to power 3, and the power is 3, the number of zeros is 3. So we'll move the decimal point from here 3 spaces to the right. So that would be 1, 2, and 3. That means we'll place a decimal point after 2. So that would be 5, 4, 3, 2 point. If you like, you can add 0. Now this is a whole number, so the decimal point and the 0 are no longer significant, so we can as well do without them. Okay, so that is simply 5,432. Now in this case, we have the same number multiplied by 10 raised to power 4. Okay, now the power here is 4, so what we need to do is move this decimal place 4 places to the right. So we have 1, 2, 3. Now we still have one more space to go, but the number of digits are exhausted. What do we do? In any case, let's complete the 4 spaces to the right, and that's 4. So here we have a space, a vacant space. What do we do? Simply what to do is to complete with a 0. So that would be 5, 4, 3, 2, 0. Okay, then the decimal point will be placed after 0, but since it's a whole number without fraction, the decimal point is no longer significant, so we forget about it. Now here we have 5.432 multiplied by 10 raised to power 6. Now again, we are moving the decimal point by this number of spaces to the right. That's 6, so we'll move, that's 1, 2, 3. Again, we have exhausted the number of digits here, but we keep on moving. 4, 5, 6. Now by so doing, we have 3 vacant spaces here, 1, 2, and 3. What do we do with them? Simply fill them up with 0. So our answer is going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 0, 0, 0, which makes it 5,432,000. Okay, now let's take a few more examples before bringing this video to a close. Okay, now take a look at this very closely. We have 2.678 times 100. Again, now what we need to do is simply move the decimal point. Simply move the decimal point how many spaces? That's 2 spaces to the right. So from here we'll move 1, 2. Okay, and so our decimal point will now be between 7 and 8. So this should be 2, 6, 7.8. Here we're multiplying by 10 raised to power 3, so we'll move the decimal point 3 spaces to the right. Now this is 3, so 3 spaces to the right, so that would be 1, 2, and 3, and we place our decimal point between 1 and 6. So our answer will be 4, 5, 21.6. Okay, now what happens here? Here we are moving the decimal point. Okay, we're moving the decimal point 4 spaces to the right. Now after moving 2 spaces, 1 and 2, the number of digits have been exhausted, but we complete the remaining 2 and we'll have 3 and 4, and then thereby creating 2 blank spaces. Now those 2 blank spaces, we have to fill them up with 0. So that would be 6, 2, 4, 0, 0. And then finally here we are moving the decimal point 7. This is 10 raised to the power 7, so 7 spaces to the right. So we start, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and by so doing we have created 3 blank spaces. Okay, so those 3 blank spaces, all we need to do is simply fill them up with 0. So this would be equal to 2054000. Okay, that's beautiful. Now that's how we multiply decimal fractions by powers of 10. Now here are some problems which you may want to try on your own. Find the values of the following. Now you can pause the video for as long as you want while you write down the problems, but be sure to discuss your solutions with somebody who is knowledgeable enough to correct your mistakes.